Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick walkthrough of the Claude Burdel deck that I've been working on. This is a deck made by Claude Burdel, 1751. So it's quite an old deck. It actually predates the Nicolas Conver by a couple years, and the pattern is very traditional, very similar to the PeopleÂ. So this is how it's coming so far, like this. It's got the hard shell box. It's pretty tough, pretty rigid. And let's have a look at the cards. I wanted to compare it to the facsimile edition that's currently available in this edition, the Claude Burdel 751 by Yves Renaud, and it's a very beautiful facsimile. It's very nice. I'll compare and contrast the cards together. So this is what I have so far. Title card, the Magician. Let me compare it to the facsimile. That's the facsimile. Let's get some space here. Okay. So I tried to maintain the colors as much as possible, but had to add a little bit more brightness to it. So far it turned out okay. I made the color a little bit more red rather than the faded red, which looks more orange than the facsimile. Just a test print, so there's going to be some changes, some corrections. I just wanted to see how they look so far. I decided to go with the painted effect here, when the paint overruns the stencil, which they would have used to make these decks historically. I wanted to replicate that effect. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. I kept the same titles, although I had to correct the text a bit, use a more modern text. When I had drawn out all of these different texts from the facsimiles from the museum, it didn't come out too good, so I redid the names. But I still kept the same syntax that they use, the way that they spell things and the way that they put things. Trying to maintain that as much as possible. Now there is one other Claude Burdel. It's made by Los Carabeo. I didn't find it that appealing to me. I wanted something with nicer colors and a little bit nicer line work. So I did this just to see how it would come out. You can see the text, 10 parents. Some sort of a typo. But the Claude Burdel is a very, very beautiful deck. The way that it has been carved, has a lot of detail. I'll show you. This one came out really nice. This reminds me so much of Beethoven, the composer. Looks just like him. You can see the way that it's done. It's very similar to the PeopleÂ. And the full card. So here we get to the Ace of Wands. You can see the detail that goes into what he did. It's really amazing. Now the Claude Burdel, the patterns are very, very detailed. You can see it's not just a straight pattern, it's made with a lot more detail, and it gets more and more complicated. Okay, let me skip to something. Okay. Start color variation. You can see where they have made two layers. There's the tan color, and they put the blue over it. You can see this is where I got the inspiration for my own Ace of Cups that I was working on. I took Claude Burdel's bird and remade it into a phoenix. So that's where I got the inspiration, thanks to Claude Burdel. I like my phoenix. Came out pretty good. This is another deck that I'm working on. Oh, let me show you the backs. The reason I had completely changed the back and not kept this one is because I had done so much work on my own Claude Burdel. I had to change a lot of things on it. Change the fonts, some of the work on there. And let's see, let me skip to some of the swords. Okay. I originally did this Claude Burdel just as a preliminary, as a test, just to see what it would look like. And I didn't really plan to do anything else with it, except just make a little bit of a nicer version than the current Los Scarabeo deck. So I think it came out okay. Still needs a little bit of work here and there, but I think overall it came out just fine. Well, anyway, I'll do a more in-depth review of it later on. But I just want to say thank you very much for watching. This is my project, Claude Burdel. It's one of the most beautiful decks. Before I go, let me show you some of the coins. So that's what the coins look like. It's very beautiful. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.